Hey guys, these Customs Games here. Today I'm going to be doing a showcase for Baby Yoda. The Mandalorian's just here just to be here for reference, but so a while back I got commissioned to make a Baby Yoda, and another Baby Yoda I guess, and I made him, and that's another reason why I made the showcase, just so I could show off what that one looked like, since I forgot to in the last video. But I ordered two knockoff Baby Yodas, and they got here, and I only made one. So I had the second Baby Yoda knockoff, and I decided I'll at least pre-make one in case I ever get commissioned one again. And this one just turned out. I decided to just go all out on this one. I didn't even think I was going to be able to pull this off, and this is just really freaking good, in my opinion. And yeah, so I made this one specifically just to be sold. And if you guys want to buy it, feel free to leave it in the comments or DM me on Discord. But yeah, aside from that, let's get started with the showcase. Alrighty, so for Baby Yoda here, well, first off, I'm just going to talk about the pod. I'll get to Baby Yoda himself in a minute. But actually, before I do any of that, here is what the original Baby Yoda, or the last Baby Yoda I made look like. Which is pretty cool. It's using the same head mold from a knockoff Baby Yoda, and it's pretty cool. And that's really it. Also, at the time of recording this, the official Lego Baby Yoda was just revealed, like a few hours ago, so I'll also add that here. So these images might still be going by as I talk. They should be, because I can talk for a while, but now that they're done with, here's the actual figure, or the pod, and also my older Baby Yoda for reference, or more reference, I assume. But the pods are, this pod is the very first version that I made, and it is, this one has come a long way. There are very subtle differences on how one's a lot better. I got a bit more used to the process of making it. With the cylinder pieces, I made it a lot cleaner. As you can see, I was able to sand the crap out of it in the inside of this one, unlike this one, which I couldn't. I was only able to just destroy it a bit, that way this Baby Yoda could fit inside. But this one I was able to sand, although it did have some minor scratches. Then I used a piece of foam and cut it into a perfect shape, and then stuffed it in here as like a mini pillow. And then I sculpted just a tiny bit just to kind of smoothen it out. See if I could put the light in there. There you go. Actually, that didn't really do anything, but that kind of works. But as you can see, it's pretty clean there. It's painted all brown, and then this one isn't nearly as weathered as the old one. This one is insanely weathered, and I think I probably weathered it a bit too much. The only thing I would have really changed with this is I would have added some light or darkish brown weathering to this. But aside from that, I think it turned out fantastic, and is definitely the best pod I've made so far. But now I'll just show what he looks like in the pod with the Mando right here. And yeah, it's still pretty close to minifigure scale, so that's pretty cool. Now, just give me 1 second, as I have to do this dumb setup in order to get this to fit right. As I raise the camera. Boom. And now we have child over here, and if he falls, that would be a great misfortune. But for the child here, I had a very long process of me making him, which was, so I got the head. I did bit of sculpts to the top of it, just like the last version, which hopefully you might have seen it in the pictures. It's kind of hard to see in my video, but I did sculpt on the very top of his head and sculpted the ridges onto it, kind of like right here on this Yoda. But they're not as noticeable, and I think it looks fine that way. Aside from that, I didn't do anything else to the head. But as you might notice, this guy is a bit shorter than the other guy, than the other Baby Yoda, and that's the reason why is because this is actually using a board game micro figure, which I sanded off the little nubs for arms on those figures, and then I cut off the head and then drilled a small hole into it. And that actually reminds me, this head is removable because there's a small hole that I drilled into, and then just carved out with an X-Acto knife, and then I stuck this pole onto this head, and now I can, if I try, I can bring it in here, which also means that the head can be turned And yeah, that's pretty cool. This is actually the second attempt at the body, because the first attempt I tried to make it so the arms could move, but that's just not going to happen. So the arms are also from a baby piece that I cut off, and then I glued on to this, and it turned out pretty well. I think I made them good with like the little movement angle that they're at. And then the rest of the torso was sanded a bit, and then I put on a slab of clay, and then made all the wrinkles that it has, and then this little white thing right here. Also, unlike the last two Baby Yodas I've made, this one has a scarf, which is really cool. I made the scarf for both my other Baby Yodas, but it just didn't look good. I know people have done it with this, but with the arms the way they are, that's another reason why I made the arms. But that's another reason why I cut off the arms and lower them. But I just didn't like the way they looked on this one when I sculpted it on, and also same with the other one. And yeah, that's really it. So, but with this new version, I was able to make a really big scarf that I'm really proud of. And yeah, and the face and the paint job for Baby Yoda isn't really that special. It's just a sculpt, but his hands are nice. I had a tough time getting the best, trying not to get the green paint anywhere else, but I think I did a good job on it. And then his eyes are gloss black with two very small dots on them, on each eye to kind of represent a shine, which I also used on my last Baby Yoda. This one I don't think I pulled it off as good as the first time, but I still think it turned out pretty well. And the ears have a bit of pink on them, and yeah, that's really it for him. Here is, I currently have 3 Baby Yodas. I'll be right back, and I'll get the third one. Alrighty, so for first off, this was the first Baby Yoda that I made, and he looks really freaking ugly, and the video is not wanting to focus because depth is a thing, but here's the first version that I made, which is kind of terrible. But here's the first version. Here is the second version that I made, and then hopefully, like right in the center right here is a picture of the third version of Baby Yoda that I made. And then there is this version, which I think is definitely the best out of all of them, and the best Baby Yoda I will be able to make unless I get something like those awesome 3D printed Baby Yodas, or if I use the official Baby Yoda head that comes out eventually. But that will happen with Mandalorian Season 2, as I will make a Baby Yoda then, probably. And yeah, that's about it for the showcase and this figure, so let's wrap this up. Alrighty, so thank you guys for watching the showcase. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is going to be the showcase for this week. I'm working on the Fire Emblem figures. I don't think they'll be done by next week, but hopefully they'll be done before February ends. But yeah, or not before February ends, but I don't know what I'm saying, but definitely before Animal Crossing comes out. At least you'll have that. At least I promise that. But aside from that, I hope you guys enjoyed this showcase. Please make sure and like, subscribe. And again, this Baby Yoda and the pod is for sale. There is no select price, although I do have an idea in mind. But if you guys are willing, DM me on Instagram or Discord. I'll leave my info in the description below. But if you guys are willing, want to negotiate something or anything, but just contact me if you're interested. And with that, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and goodbye.